Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today, finally in the month of September, ready to do my budget. It's been a crazy whirlwind. I just finished all my August videos. I'm putting up my last one on Saturday the 4th. And this will be going up Sunday. I am not doing a, plan with me just yet. I might get some up on Monday, but I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But for right now, my budgeting videos, I am staying on top of them because I have to do them anyway to make sure I'm on target with our spending and what's coming in, what's going out, and all the things that happen there. So this is my monthly budget. I put all my bills on one calendar here, and that is to help me track everything that's going on within what's going on. So what I have here is the monthly layout, and you see all these little purple stickers. This is my new September design. They're in my shop, so if you're interested, I have an Etsy store. It's Lisa's Faith Budget Plan on Etsy. All you gotta do is click on the link below in the description box and I'll take you right to it. And I designed my own expense stickers. And a few things have already come out. Our mortgage has come out. Helping Hands has come out, something we tithe from our my husband's VA disability check. And Humana Health has come out, which is my son's health insurance for my adult son. So we kind of keep him on TRICARE with us for as long as we can. And then we'll go from there. But some things have not come out, but they will be coming out later tonight. I have them on their due dates, but not actually the day they'll be coming out. So like on these Hopewell days, which is a counseling service that my husband and I go to, or I go to on my own, or he goes on his own, Christian counseling, what we do is we attend and then the next day we get charged. And so I just put it on the day that it kind of reminds me what day we're going, as well as that there is a fee for it because it is not covered by insurance. But anyways, everything's on their due dates and everything is looking good. I do have a couple more things to check off. My son has paid us rent here, and my husband's salary check, which is this check right here on the 3rd, which is today, has come through. So this is going to be a monthly overview and Paycheck 1 closeout. And I know I have not done a Paycheck 1 setup yet, but this is kind of, I had to do all this on the front end before I got started with September because I just finished August. We just got back from vacation and we've only been home like 3 or 4 days. So I'm just now getting back in the swing of filming and doing. So I went ahead and did this ahead of time before filming and decided I would skip a couple steps as far as filming goes, but still set up all my budget. So we're going to definitely go over this. This is my monthly layout. And then see, in this box here, I normally have VA education benefits, but I took white out and took that out and put child tax credit because I have to remember, and that's what was throwing me off in August. I had an extra deposit and then a couple transactions that I missed. And my whole month was just like, I couldn't get the balance forward to balance properly because it was the wrong number all the time until the end of the month. And I really focused on the tracking and focused on the vacation tracking. And that turned out really, really well. So check out that video where I close out, I think it's the weekly check-in. I go in detail exactly what we bought, where we went, where we had fun, and how we stayed within budget for our from our savings. I transferred $1,300 over from our savings into our checking, and that's what our spending was for our Gatlinburg trip. And I loved it. I had a vacation transaction log. It turned out amazing. So a lot better than my previous trip at the end of July going into August. It didn't work out very well. I didn't track very well, and I can tell you now, tracking and budgeting go hand in hand, and that is the key to a successful budget, is tracking everything. That's why businesses and corporations do it. That's why we should do it, because we want to be as successful as they are in our home, as well as companies and finances, because you want to know where every penny is and you don't want to miss a dime going in and out for your future. I mean, that's how you have your future financial harvest. You need that for retirement. You need that understanding of tracking. So I absolutely love it. So the only thing left as far as income, child tax credit, we've been getting it on the 15th of the month. And then a salary here will be on the 17th, and that'll cover the rest of the month. And so that's kind of what I have right now. Now, when I did my budget setup, before I go, I did a monthly budget. And so I went ahead and put all the income I thought we were going to get. I did not do the balance forward because I wasn't sure. And before I get too far into this, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see this a little bit better. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So this is what I have as far as the income, what I expect. I didn't bring over my balance forward, and for some reason I didn't put it at the top. I just forgot. Because I wanted to make sure I knew what the number was, and whatever I ended in August, what I thought that number would be and what actually was stayed the same, and it did. I was very lucky that I was correct at the end of August when I closed out Paycheck 4, that this number and that number matched when my husband's paycheck came in and his government checks and my son's rent and things like that were coming in. That all stayed the same, and what balanced forward and what I thought should balance forward did balance forward. So that worked out really well. So even though I have nothing in the balance forward, this is what I expected as far as income without that $351. And that means I had enough money to cover all the expenses. Well, all the expenses are kind of down here. Let's see if I can move this notebook around without knocking things over. All right, so we have the mortgage and all that stuff, everything that I planned for. I have my budgeted amount, and I've already started tracking what actually has come out so far in my checking account right now. The only thing I didn't do was today's $459. There we go. And that stayed the same. And then here, now before, let's see, there we go, there I am. All right, so Sprint. Now, right now we're still under Sprint, but Sprint was bought out by T-Mobile, and we will be switching to T-Mobile. Tomorrow we have an appointment to go to the T-Mobile store and meet with them and see about their plans. I don't know how much this is going to change. We own all of our phones, which is really good, but I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen next. So hopefully our bill won't go any higher than this. Hopefully our bill can be less than this, but I really don't know with what's going on. So we'll have to wait and see. How long I'll be paying Sprint for, and when will the switch to T-Mobile. Verizon and all these are just bills that I know that are going to be coming out. And anything and above and beyond the bills that are unbudgeted, I mark here. And then I put 0 under budget because I didn't budget for it. And then I put the actuals over here. Now my sister's check came through, so that was good. And that was like an unbudgeted thing that I had planned for from the previous month that she finally got a chance to cash it, and that was taken care of. So at the end here, you can see total expenses were $8,610.30. I have $587.62 left over. That didn't include this here, so that actually is $351 more right here, and I just don't have it written down that way, which is fine because once I do all the actual numbers, then I will have my monthly totals put in, and that works well for me. So that's the monthly budget. This is a whole monthly overview. Okay, so now that we've looked over the monthly overview of all the bills and all the transactions that I think are going to happen, and I do need to add one more thing here, which I just remembered, I think. Nope, I haven't. So I was thinking of something that I needed to pay for, and I'm looking, for sinking funds. So I have a sinking fund coming out, and I kind of put a note little here, it says sinking funds, but it's Amazon Prime. It's the full amount. It comes out at the 13th of every month. So if I forgot to put it in, I can put it in as unbudgeted. It's a sinking fund, but I did remember it, so we're good to go there. So here is my Paycheck 1. Not a lot here, mainly because Paycheck 1 consists of the first and the second, and then my husband got paid again. And the reason I broke it up, even though it's very few transactions, there's a large amount coming out, $1,900. That's our mortgage, or $1,990. It's almost $2,000. So we had 2 transactions come out on the first and second. These haven't come out yet, but they will, and I'm just going to leave them there. It's not that big a deal. I just made sure I knew what day they were due. So here, as you can see, I put balance forward nothing because I wasn't sure at the time when I wrote it up. My husband's retirement check, VA disability check, my son's rent, and any dividends, which was 2 pennies. All that totaled up to $4,321.38. So the actuals are over here. So I'm going to pop this page out real quick. Actually, this Paycheck 1 and Paycheck 2 here. And we're going to close out Paycheck 1. We're going to set up Paycheck 2. And we're going to be set for the first half of the month of September. And that is going to be an awesome feeling. So I need to move this over and out of the way a little bit. There we go. I think that'll work. I'm just kind of stacked. Well, that's not going to work because they keep moving on me. That's better. Alrighty, here we go. So I'm going to get my calculator here. Now, what I had done, because I knew it was only 2 days, I only gave myself $50 in grocery, household, and $50 in restaurants. I knew I wasn't getting any gas, and I was pretty sure I wasn't going to do any miscellaneous, and I didn't. So this is for September 1st and 2nd. That's it. I wanted to make sure the mortgage was covered, and some odds and ends stuff was coming out. So what did happen for sure was in the actuals, mortgage for $1,990.98. The Helping Hands, which is a tithing to the VA disability, came out. And that's part of our church. It's just a program to help people who are in need, where we can either, the church as a whole could purchase things or provide cash in a certain way for specific things, like if somebody is trying to get a job and they don't have a lot of gas money because they don't have a job and they're not getting a lot of income coming in, and they need to drive around and do these interviews and or get things like maybe a new suit or new outfit for the interviews and stuff like that. We do like helping people in that kind of way, or if they just need food, or if they need to purchase something, like let's say a part on their vehicle goes out and they need a new water pump or new tire or something like that. Sometimes we can provide for that. So we like to give to that. Sister craft. Okay, so my sister does craft stuff and I didn't really want to put her name out there. I just wanted to put that, and that it was for craft and she is creating, and I'm really excited about that. So I sent her $50. That includes all the materials that she needs for the craft and any shipping charges for the craft. So that check cleared, so $50. Now, grocery household, I have not done my weekly check-in, but I am going to go ahead and write down a few things here just to close out my Paycheck 1. And I only had 2 transactions for this. Let me find my, here we go. So this is not part of a weekly check-in yet. This is going to go in my first weekly check-in, but I wanted to go ahead and write these numbers down for this day specifically because that's where the money came from. The first one I have is grocery household, and I only spent like $11.15 because I did my mass purchase today. So that was that. And then restaurants, my husband and I went out to eat. Bronco Mexican Grill, I think is what it's called. And it was a new restaurant to us, and we liked it. It was nice. Huge burritos. Oh my goodness. But it was really yummy and we enjoyed it. So we had that. And that is what 2 transactions we had out of those budgeted items here for grocery, household, and restaurants. I did talk to my husband today, and I'm kind of in this, I don't want to go back out to eat for a long time right now, funk, because we went out to eat all the time in Gatlinburg and the week leading up to it, and a couple days after we got back, and I'm just like, I just can't do it anymore. So we are going to cook more and go out to eat less. So hopefully we can save money and not spend as much for going out to eat, and take that leftover cash and put it into a savings. I'm actually considering doing a modified cash envelope savings. So what that would be is whatever's left over in my cash after restaurants, one, to prevent us from going out to eat too much, and two, just to save a little extra money for next year's vacation, because we had such a great time this year in Gatlinburg. We want to go somewhere again, and my son will be graduating from high school, so we're going to kind of make it a vacation senior trip. And so, yeah, I think now's a good time to start saving for next year's trip, whatever that trip is going to be. So grocery household, I did put $50 aside just in case I needed to buy anything those 2 days. I only spent $11.15, and that still left $38.85, which is awesome. Okay, and then restaurants, I did $50. We spent $48.19, and that left $1.81. So we're good there. And that is that as far as our budget for the first 2 days of September. And then my husband got paid again. I got to start the budget all over again. Let's go ahead and start totaling these numbers. Now I'm going to go ahead and total the budget because I didn't do that down here. So we're just going to add this number up and then see what our actuals are. So 1990, 98 plus 200 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. Alrighty, so that was for the first and second of the month, $2,340.98. So now, oops, I didn't mean to clear that out. We're going to take that number, $2,340.98, and we're making a negative, and we're going to add it to this number, which is $4,321.38. And we should have left over, which we did, $1,980.40. All right, now the actuals. What does that look like? So let's do the total with the balance forward, rollover, whatever you call that, from one paycheck time frame to another where cash is still sitting in the checking account. This is kind of like the buffer of a checking account, if you want to call it that. $351.42 plus the $1,497.18 plus the $2,160.18. And that gives us, did I miss something? I missed something. Let's try that again. 351.42 plus 1,497.18 plus 2,160.18 plus $664.02. It's probably what I missed there. Yes, that's what I missed. So we have $4,672.80. Alrighty. So now let's total up what we actually spent. All right. 1990, 98 plus 200 plus 50 plus 1115 plus 48 4819. There we go. So we actually spent $2,332 or 32 cents. What's wrong with me today? All right, I'm gonna make sure this is right. Yes, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna take the deposits here, 467,280 minus the 230032. And this is the number we have, which is $2,372.48. So we are on target because that is what I showed in my bank account, and that is where we can go ahead and start our paycheck too. I'm very happy about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and, I don't really tally those up very much, but they're there if you'd like to do that. We're going to take the income section, and let's see, I'm going to put this somewhere off to the side, I guess. And I'm going to write out what September 3rd through the 16th will be. And that is going to be a balance forward first. Of the $2,372.48, because that's what was in the checking account when Paycheck 1 closed and right before the deposit of Paycheck 2. Now, Paycheck 2 had a deposit of, and I gotta find that number, salary, which was $2,313.29. I'm not sure where this extra penny's coming from, but normally it's 28, and I would have to look at a pay statement to see if I can see anything different on there, but I'm not sure. Now, because the 15th is when we get our child tax credit, and this is within that time period here, I am going to go ahead and put child tax credit. And I'm going to add the $250. Now, it's just going to sit there for a very long time until the end of the month. And then I'm going to move the child tax credit, the $250, into our savings account. And that's okay. We're going to leave it like that. So that is what I'm budgeting we would get in income. Let's tally this up and see where we're at with that. $2,372.48 plus the $2,313.29 plus the $250. There we go. $4,935.77. So this is what I have here. And now we get to look at the calendar, or I'm going to look at the calendar off to the side probably because it's not going to all fit in the screen. But I do refer back to my calendar because I need to see what bills fall under this pay period. So I have Humana Health, Greater Europe Missions. I do know that these didn't come out on these first 2 days, so I got to move them over. Our tithe is going to come out, our Hopewell, just all these bills. So what I'm going to do is set this off to the side, and we're just going to go through them one by one and go ahead and get this taken care of. So what I'm going to do is also write all the bills on the side and fast forward through it, and then we'll go over the numbers when I come back. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So I have my natural gas, Boss Land and Lawn, which is our landscaping, tithing, Hopewell, counseling services, Geico, Amazon Prime, Hopewell again, because we're going weekly right now, electric, and then my spending categories, grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gasoline. And I hope to start saving some from our restaurants and maybe some from our miscellaneous. Grocery, household, I don't want to save from because that's just how we spend, and I want to make sure if we're not going out to eat as much, I have plenty in the grocery household to cover things. So there's that. Gasoline is pretty inflexible too, because I want to make sure we have gas at any time. We live in a hurricane-prone, tornado-prone area. In fact, we had a tornado warning the other day. So if I need to get out of town, I want to make sure I can fill my tank up. So I just make sure I have plenty of money for gas. And if I happen to have money at the end of the month left over, that's kind of where our savings comes from. So natural gas this month. Let me get my notes here. Shouldn't put my notebook away. There we go. So my notes for everything here. Natural gas was, and these are the actual bills. The reason I have the actual is because the bill comes far enough ahead before I make these videos. I always know what the number is. There it is. $31.10. Boss Land and Lawn was $2.75. I base it on the number of Thursdays in the month because we're scheduled every Thursday for him to cut grass. Sometimes it comes the day before or day after just because of the rain or something like that. But I base it on every Thursday. So I pay him every week to come out and cut grass because our grass grows so fast. I mean, it's just crazy. Tithe is $310. That's based on the salary. Hopewell is $110. Geico is $107.43. And then Amazon Prime, and that's a sinking fund, little SF there. That is $119, and it just comes out all at once instead of just one small increment every month. We do it all at once, and I just use it. I create it as a sinking fund and save for it all year. Hopewell is another $110. Didn't mean to write that way. There we go. All right, electric this month. I don't know what it was last month. I think it was higher than this, but we went out of town for a little bit, and so it was down like $30, $40. Let's see, $204.87. We had a lot of 90-degree days, very hot, very humid. Air conditioner at sometimes couldn't even keep up. And I'm like, my husband is just dying because he overheats very easily and he gets choked up, and it's just horrible for him. So that's why our house is so cool all year round. Let's see, what else do I have? Grocery household. So let me go for my budget for the grocery household and look that up, because that's a little bit different layout than what I have normally. So I'm just going to flip through these pages. So right now, my grocery household, and I got to remember, hold on a second. Okay, grocery household. So I have this is going to cover, let's see, in my weekly check-in, all of week 1 and all of week 2, all the way to the 16th. So grocery household, but part of week 1 actually was in Paycheck 1, and then the rest of it is in Paycheck 2. So I got to figure this out just a little bit. So $287.50 was week 1, but I gave myself $50 in Paycheck 2. So $237.50 is what Paycheck 2 is. I mean, the $50 was supposed to be for Paycheck 1, and this is what's Paycheck 2, plus another week. So it's, or actually times 2, same amount. So this is going to be $475 for groceries for 2 weeks. So, so hopefully $237 a week is enough to cover everything. We'll have to wait and see, because I had to catch up on a lot of groceries. We let the inventory go down so that we can go out of town and not have anything spoil or go bad on us and stuff like that. So there's that. Let's see, restaurants, I did the same thing. It was $237. No, restaurants. Okay, looking at my notes here, restaurants are $150 a week this time. So 150 times 2. Oh, too big of a number. 150 times 2. All right, it's just $300, and I want to save from this. So when I do my weekly check-ins and things like that, or paycheck to paychecks, I'll decide pulling out cash and saving that cash. Miscellaneous is $137.50 times 2 weeks. That's $275. So my son is starting his senior year of high school, back to school. So if he needs clothes, undergarments, socks, shorts, jeans, whatever he needs, I can pull from the miscellaneous, and that's how I'll cover that. I don't have a clothing category, which is why I have a miscellaneous category. But back to school stuff I can get from there. If he needs notebooks and pens and pencils and all the things. He starts actually the day after Labor Day is his first day of school, and he has his Chromebook for school. We went by the campus and picked that up, and so we won't get a list of what he needs for his classes until he shows up and they give him a list. So there's that. So $62.50 times 2, that's the $125 for gasoline, and that should be enough for gasoline. Now we are a family of four adults, so, or as big as adults. My youngest is 17, he'll be 18 in June of next year. He's graduating high school. My oldest is going to be 23, and yeah, we're all pretty much adults here. So we got to have a grocery budget big enough and a gas budget big enough to cover everything, and I think these numbers are going to work, and I do think I can save in the restaurant area, because really I just can't do restaurants right now. We did so much eating out. Oh my gosh, it was awesome, but whew, I just can't do anymore. So let's go ahead and total this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have a total of get you on screen, $442.40. Sounds like my neighbor is cutting grass. So I do apologize for that. And we'll take this number and make a negative. I'm going to add to this deposit, or this income up here, and that would be $4,935.77, and that gives me $2,400 left over. Really? That's a lot. That's like really a lot. I hadn't done these numbers yet, so I'm like, what? That's like a whole paycheck. So I'm not sure. Now, I did not put money aside for my painter, Dave. I'm waiting for him to contact me on how much we owe him. And I'll be paying that. So I'm going to write that here, and I'm just going to put Dave Paint. And I'm going to put $0 because I don't know what it is, as unbudgeted, and it'll be an unbudgeted item for like $500 or so. I want to total this again. I think I added it wrong because that doesn't sound right. I guess it is right though. Okay, that number is right. And then you make a negative and add 4935. Yeah, so I have a whole paycheck left over. I'm not sure how that happened, but it happened. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and zoom out and close out this video. Okay, I am back. I knew I was missing something, but I just couldn't quite see what it was. And when I looked at my calendar, I skipped over this one. I erased the numbers here, so I'm going to rewrite this just a little bit. So what I missed was Greater Europe Mission. And how I missed that, I don't know. And this is an auto draft, so I have to make sure I have it in here. It is $231.75 a month. So that is what I did there. And I'm going to total it with that new number and go from there. So originally it was $2,402.40. And then, oops, I'm going to add $231.75. And that now gives me $2,674.15. I knew my number was off, but it's still a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to take this number and make it negative. I'm going to add it to this up here. So it's $4,935.77. And that gives me $2,261.62. So there is my totals adjusted. I want to double check the math on the deposits too to make sure. Did I balance forward right? Well, yeah, I balanced forward right. So that's right, $2,372.48 plus $2,313.29 plus $250. All right. I think also what's throwing me off is, that's correct, is I'm not taking out the child tax credit here. I'm going to take it out in Paycheck 3, which is over here, because that is when I transfer to my sinking funds every month, and that $250 is now included into the sinking funds. So, so I have to remember that. So if I actually take this number, 2,261 minus 62 minus 250, it still brings it down to $2,000. I don't know how I got an extra paycheck in here. I'm a little baffled because, you know, it's not, we're not getting any extra money other than the 250, and we still have quite a bit in the checking account, and I only balance forward $351. So I'm a little baffled here. Are we not spending as much? Did I not do enough here? I don't know. So this is not my norm. I don't think. It doesn't feel like it. Did I forget? Oh, I forgot something else. I did. Okay, now I know where I'm forgetting. Wow. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. This is real life. I mean, seriously, this is real life. All right, and I usually try to do these beforehand, and I did not. I also forgot my son's medical. Even though I had it over here, somehow I forgot to write it down. And it's the Humana Health. Okay. And it's good to do these numbers every month, because when you do them regularly and you see a balance that's kind of odd, like this is not my norm, then you know to really look through and find out, what did you forget? So Humana Health. And next time I will have everything ready a lot better than this. So now I'm going to just total it straight through. So I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what this number gives us. So it's $3,133.15. All right, so there we go. There we go. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. And that looks better. That looks normal. Okay, and I'm gonna make that a negative. I'm gonna add it to this $4,935.77. And that is the new number. So that is $1,802.62. Okay, I'm back. I had a phone call and I record with my phone, and it was the clinic where my son needs medication, and oh my goodness. So I was just happy to see the call. But I am back, and yeah, so like I was saying before, this is the new balance, $1,802.62. Still not sure how it's that high, but I do think I have all the missing numbers now, and this is my paycheck too. And if anything else comes up, I will make adjustments along the way. But I do believe I have everything. I do know this has already come out, which was $459. And I can see the, well, pending transaction, to be honest with you. And that is about it for this page. So this is paycheck 2, and I am ready to close out this video. Okay, so now paycheck 1 is closed out, paycheck 2 is set up, and I have my numbers. I know what to expect in my checking account. I know where everything's going and coming, and I will tweak along the way, but everything's looking good so far, so I am happy about that. And yeah, things look really, really good. The only thing I don't know that I know is going to happen in paycheck 2 is this paint. While we were on vacation, our painter came and painted our living room and the ceilings and stuff, specific areas of the house that we needed painting just to spruce up the house. And yeah, I'm just ready to move things forward. Now these budget numbers are actuals, so I'm going to go ahead and write that over here too. $2,372.48 and $2,313.29. So those stay the same. Now this, I'm going to wait until they actually post the child tax credit into our bank account before I actually mark it in here. I don't mark in here unless it's actually hit pending or actually completed transaction in my bank account. So now I have talked about in some of my past videos, if you haven't heard about it, a surprise box giveaway from Erin Condren. So if you love Erin Condren products, September 7th is when I'm going to be doing that. I'll put a comment hopefully in the comment section below and in my video. And yeah, I'm excited to do that. We have over 200 people that have subscribed to my channel. I hope for more subscribers. So I hope you like and subscribe and join my channel. So that would be great. I would love to build a really good community of people who really want to understand how to track and budget to make a better future for themselves. So I hope you have an amazing and blessed day and you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.